Hello and good day to you all. Welcome to the Temple Report with me, your very old guest presenter, Jim Dowson. Nice to see you all. God bless you one and all, and I hope you are all keeping well. Well, I'm very glad to be back. I was behind the enemy lines the last couple of days with Mr. Griffin. Oh dear. Yeah, we went to Manchester, just outside Manchester, north of Manchester, and quite incredible actually. The place we went is a kind of white enclave, but all round there, oh my goodness, everybody had burqas and all that stuff. It was just absolutely horrendous. It was truly, truly dreadful place. But anyway, I've got some stuff I can show you today about it. But who's in the room? Let me just say hello before we read a wee bit of scripture. Ian's in. How you doing, Iwan? Nice to see you, my friend. Peter Holder's in. Brian Payton's there. How you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, it was quite incredible. You don't know you're living until you go to these places and you think, wow. Incredible. In fact, we were driving into this town, just a town called Rochdale, and in the distance I thought, what is that? And it's a big town, 250,000 people, and these massive minarets were just rising right above the town in this big dome. It was unbelievable. What a sight. I'll try and I'll maybe even try and get a picture of that for you, because I've never seen anything like it. Let me see if I can get a picture of that for you, because it'd be worthwhile looking at it. Let me just see. Should have got it beforehand, but I was busy doing a lot of stuff. But I'll try to get one for you. Yeah. Rochdale Mosque. Yeah, very disturbing indeed to see it. But I'm afraid that's the way it's all going now. So I'll try to see a picture if you look at it for the distance, the way I seen it, because I couldn't believe my eyes. Nah, not really. Not really. But a truly, truly enormous thing. And it just blocked out the whole skyline. The entire... I don't see the... I remember seeing a picture once, and it was driving into the place, and this giant mosque was there, but I don't see the picture at hand. I'll try and find that for you, because it was very dramatic, and it gave you an idea of the scale of the thing, but I don't see it there. So I'll try and get that for another show, but quite incredible when you're driving into town. I'll put from a distance. See if I can get it, because it shocked me. I don't think I've ever seen it. It was like looking away in the distance at the Hagia Sophia. It was so huge. I don't see it anyway. Don't see it there, but quite incredible that we've got these things. Anyway, Westover 1314's there. Brian Payton's there. How you doing? Nice to see you. Anyway, let's have a wee bit of scripture before we continue. Before we get into this, because we've got some videos for you. Okay, we're reading from John. St. John chapter 15 and from the verse 13. Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. This is the words of the Lord, remember. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servants knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whosoever shall ask of Father in my name, he may give it to them. To these things I command you, that ye love one another. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love his own, but because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Amen. And we know the Lord will add his blessing to this, the public reading of his infallible, inspired, and inerrant word. And the people of God said, Amen. I just want you to dwell on those words for a wee bit. You have not chosen Christ. He has chosen you and ordained you and set you aside to go forth and bring forth fruit. That's an incredible thing, isn't it? And he's telling you, of course the world will hate you. So always be suspicious of people. I'm always suspicious of secular folk who have these church leaders on the TV shows, and they think, oh, this guy's really good. If the BBC or something like that think you're really good and have you on as a cleric, your ministry stinks. Your priesthood stinks. It's simple as that. They won't have good men of God on their shows. So the world should hate you. You've been told it will hate you. And if it doesn't hate you, you're doing something wrong. So there we are. Amen. How you doing? Andy Lightman's here. How you doing, Andy? Nice to see you. Yes, we're all back safe and sound. I just wish I had that big mosque picture to show you, because it was just so horrific. You wouldn't believe it. Anyway, I've got some stuff to show you, videos and whatnot, and I think I'll do that. Yeah, we've got some the wiring's getting done in there. You've no idea how much wiring's been done. I'm shocked. I never knew there was so many wires in a building. But I've got a couple of wee pictures here. Let me show you some pictures first. There's me and the guy, the chap. Let me see. One of the main chaps there. There we are. We're in his house, giving him his gear, and obviously we gave him a wee presentation, a wee Bible as well. There's some of the stuff laid out on the floor. Some of the other lads that were about there are all wearing the vest, but that's some of the other vests. The walkie-talkies, 10 of them. The body camera, he's got one on. Very good, excellent. So certainly asked me to thank each and every one of you, to thank you all very much for your kindness. Yes, he's asked me to convey his appreciation, not just from him, but from the rest of the lads. There's about 17 of them in total, to thank the Templars very much. I mean, the guy could not have thanked us anymore. I mean, he just could not believe that somebody had actually helped them. Couldn't believe it, because they've been doing this for a long time. They've been doing this for a long time. And we were there. We were on the street. We were walking down through the streets of this little town on the outskirts of this Muslim-infested area. And everybody's saying, how you doing? You're doing a great job. Not us, to him. You're doing a great job. You're doing brilliant. Excellent. It's fantastic. And, so he's well known in the area. And they've seen the shopkeepers come out and talking to him, the security guards come out and talking to him, the whole shebang. Absolutely brilliant. All in all, absolutely brilliant. So a nice guy and a good guy, and well done. So thank you for everybody who helped in that cause to do that. And hopefully we can shame other groups in England into doing the same thing. And, people like Tommy Robinson, Paul Golding, who raise hundreds of thousands of pounds a month, don't do anything like this. They don't help any of these people. So hopefully this can shame those people into saying, okay, we'll support you. Because there should be 1,000 of these groups all over England, at least, 100%. There's a few other wee bits and pieces they need, but, one thing at a time. They're up and running now. They've got that stuff and they're up running, and I've got a big protest demonstration on this Saturday. And this guy gets good crowds. I'll show you one. He done one a couple of weeks ago. A good crowd. Where did you see where it is? Where is it? I can never work this out. Let me see now. Yeah, this is one of the things they've done the other week in this wee place. Have a look.
Send them back! 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 No more HMOs! No more HMOs! No more HMOs!
HMO is a house of multiple occupancy. This is what they do. Investors buy up big old pubs and old offices, and then they turn them into houses of multiple occupancy, and then they stick like 50 Afghanis in it, and you've got all these guys wandering about the streets, and harassing people. This group's been very, very effective at shutting them down and preventing any more from opening. So it's absolutely fantastic what they're doing. They do need more help, but one thing at a time. We'll get there. Do you know something? I'm going to get this. I'm going to get a picture of atmosphere. I'm going to get this just so you can see this place what like it is. It's unbelievable. There's one there. Is that one? I think that's it there. Let me grab this picture for you. Save image as. We'll see if we can save that. There we go. Right, I'll get this for you and stick this up because you won't believe it. I mean, I think it's something people need to see. And there's thousands of these mosques in England now. Thousands of them. It's quite horrific. But anyway. Wait a minute. I'm getting good at this technology, you know? Maybe no. No, maybe no. I don't know where that picture went. Don't know where it went. I thought I'd saved it. Wait a minute, see where this is saving. Save image as. Right, wait a minute, I'll try again. Right, desktop, I should be saving there. Right, okay. Desktop, wait a minute. I don't know where it's went. I can't work this. Right, forget that idea. Don't know where it is. No idea what I'm doing. Forget about it. Don't worry about it. Don't know what I'm doing. Forget the idea. Can't do it. It's crazy. Andy says a housing officer gave me a very good advice and said it's not to be the council areas with most trouble HMOs existing with affluency. Well, you'll never find HMOs put in the suburbs. That's not something that happens. They always stick them in the working class areas. So let's have a look. We had a wee interview with this gentleman. So let's have a look and see what he says. This is from yesterday. So have a wee look here.
Okay, here we are in Haywood in Lancashire. Lovely wee town. Beautiful place. One of the sort of English enclaves left. As you'll see, there's flags up the lamppost. Let's have a wee look. There's one there. Oh dear, sorry for this camera work. And here we go. There's flags up most of the lampposts in this street. So we've got a nice England flag up there. Beautiful. We have another flag flying up there, as you see. Wonderful stuff. There's another flag up there. Yeah, the whole street's festooned with flags, which is unusual to see, but it's a new phenomenon that's happening all over England, and it's wonderful to see boys putting the flags up. So we're going to come down here with Jamie. That's Jamie there. Jamie, we'll just nip down there. It's a bit noisy here for this camera. We don't have a bit less traffic. We don't have high-tech stuff here, sadly. But look at the old cobbles. Look, this is the old traditional Lancashire cobbles. We used to have these in every street in the UK, but quite rare now. But this is the old mill towns when they talked about the dark satanic mills. This is what they're talking about. Yeah, that's okay, innit? So, yeah, we can have an interview here. That's excellent. Well, this is our good friend Jamie here, who runs...
Good to see you.
Hey, it's good to see you, brother, and you're looking very well with the gear on. I know
it's fantastic. I can't thank my Templar brothers enough for looking out for us and helping us out with this gear. It's like...
Let me just check the vest. That's proper ballistic.
Proper Kevlar. We're looked after.
Excellent.
Proper job.
You've got the body camera, you've got the walkie-talkies.
Yeah. Fully equipped.
I think you've got about a dozen walkie-talkies in the camera.
Yeah, we've got a dozen walkie-talkies. We've got near enough the same vests, and yeah, we're out here now, fully protected.
Probably need to get some more cameras.
Yeah, the cameras can come in time. We're all right for now. We've got a couple for the teams to get out here and that. But
Jamie, do you want to introduce yourself and what do you represent and what do you do here?
Yeah. Well, obviously, my name's Jamie Thomason. I live in Haywood. Our sole goal is just basically protect the women and children of our area and the vulnerable males. We've had an influx of illegal immigrants attacking women and children. I was namely arrested for defending one last year, and ever since we're not having it. It's our town, and our sole goal is to keep the town safe, keep the women safe, keep the vulnerable safe and the children. The police, there's no police, they don't have numbers to do this, so we're going to police our own town.
I haven't seen a police car.
It's very rare. A few weeks ago there was an instance, and the sergeant was out and he asked me, he said, how are you doing? I said, yeah, we're doing really well. And he said he had 2 officers for the whole of Haywood. I actually had 22 men all around Haywood doing various teams, and the community love us, they're all behind us, as you can see on social media. And yeah, it's
well, I just noticed that, just for our brethren here, I just noticed that there's a lot of guys behind us here. They don't want to be on camera, which is probably smart in this climate. Yeah. But we noticed the members of the public, as Jamie was walking down the street with his lads with all the vests on, people saying, doing a good job, you're doing great, thank you very much for what you do. Even the shopkeepers are out saying, well done, thank you very much. So, I mean, it is real. I mean, Nick, here we've been walking down here, we've seen the shopkeepers, we've seen the members of the public, and they're very, very on board with what Jamie and his team's doing. What's the name of the group he's actually doing?
It's the Haywood Community Guards. It's like Haywood is our town, so we start here, we look after our own town, but if every town in England was to follow our way and look after their own town, we would not be in this problem now.
Amen.
And that's all we need. We just need good men to stand up, be counted, and look after their own women and kids in their own area. The police don't need to do it, we can do it ourselves.
Amen, brother, because that's a man's duty. The Bible's very clear on it. People whinge and moan that the police and the government don't do nothing. At the end of the day, it is a man's sacred, solemn duty for him, not a police, not a government, to defend his own women and children. And I'm glad to see you boys doing it.
First and foremost, that's, morals come first, don't they? Your women, your children come first. Vulnerable men after them as well. And, we're the men, we have to do our jobs. Men should be men, women should be women. And, by the grace of God, we're here today. And,
And does faith play a big part in your tackling on this?
My faith is a massive part of this. I couldn't do it without it. I couldn't do it without Lord Jesus Christ. There's not a chance I could do this.
Amen. Well, Jamie, we're hoping, because we've done this with you guys, and we're hoping other groups across the country do the same thing. And when you think of some of these right-wing people who are doing the social media, they're pulling in tens and tens of thousands of pounds a month. Where does this money go? Why are they not financing local groups? Why are they not doing it?
Well, I urge anyone to get in contact with me on Facebook, Jamie Thomason, or you can add us on the Haywood Protesters, Haywood HMO Protesters. But I urge anyone, get in contact with me. I can tell you it's the blueprint to get out and do what you're doing so you remain legal. That's the main thing as well. I spoke to the police force and I've told them what I'm doing. So I've not just gone out on a limb. I don't have just guys outside schools, protecting the schools. They know what we're doing. We're in high vises, you know, we don't act like the police. So I urge everyone in England, message me and I will help you guys out, or get out, do a bit of homework, and you are perfectly in your rights to patrol your own community and keep it safe, guys. We've done this with zero funding throughout this for the last 12 months. We've done it ourselves, and it can be done. You know, I can't thank the Templars brothers enough for helping us out. I really can't.
But we see, Jamie, you're genuine, and you lads are out there, you're staying away from all these charlatans, whatnot. So we looked at it and said, we're going to help these guys. We will let anybody, length and breadth of this country. We do a lot of this now in Belfast and different places, but in England it needs this. Men need to take responsibility for their own women's and kids' safety. So
we're running out of time as well, guys. It's like
big time.
We're running out of time. This is the time we all need to make a stand now.
And we will help. We will help. Anybody contacts you, put the money on us, we'll help them.
What you've done for us, my Templar brothers, have helped out massively. You know, we're moving forward now. We've got a lot of plans, and we're gaining momentum now, and we're snowballing. And I urge everyone in England to follow us, follow our lead, guys. You know, as soon as you can.
And we'll help them.
Of course,
Tell us, we'll help them. We'll help them. We'll help them. Anybody genuine wants to do it. But that's it. The problem is, men need to take personal responsibility for the safety of their women folk, their children. We know the police say, I've been here, 4 hours? I ain't seen a police car.
Not one police car.
Not one policeman. Not one car.
Some of the police, you know, whatever their beliefs, you know, they're so undermanned, they haven't got the numbers to do the job. That's why it's important.
And you've had a lot of trouble, I heard, off the Labour Party in this town.
Yeah, Labour Party, I'm really at war with them now. Mainly Elsie Blundell. Now, the funny thing
is... She's the MP, local MP.
She's the local MP, and it's just funny how she actually denied looking into the grooming gang from Rochdale. And it's like, we put it all over Facebook, everybody knows on social media.
But she's condemned you.
And she's condemned me. She's condemned me
That's
openly.
typical.
So, but all Haywood is asking now, the social want to know why, the community wants to know why is she still there when I protect this town more than her.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're going to...
just for our American brothers.
We've got a big protest this Saturday as well. Primrose Hill Farm.
Well, just to let our American brothers know, the British Labour Party are like the Democrats. They're mad far lefties, but, you know, they don't condemn the Muslim rape gangs who are destroying people's lives and raping dozens, if not thousands of girls in this area. But they condemn the community patrol.
Protecting our own women and kids.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Voluntary as well.
Well, listen, I know you got a big event at the weekend, and I hope that goes very well for you. Expecting big numbers?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping the better the weather, the more the numbers. But I'm hoping for at least 1,000 people. Wow. It's got a lot of.
That's big.
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
I seen your last one. There must have been 500 of that, easy.
Oh, I don't know. I think it was more than. I think we were about 1,200 people at the
That's
last
incredible.
one. But this one, because it was Julie Goodyear's old home, the farm. You know, Julie Goodyear, Coronation Street. God bless us. You know, she's not very well now, and it's like. Someone's bought the farm and they want to turn it into an HMO. We're not prepared to.
And you've been campaigning against these houses of multiple occupancy.
I've been campaigning against this for the last 9 months. This farm I've been campaigning against weeks.
I'll just tell the folk that's where they throw in the Afghanis and the Algerians and all these foreigners. Sudanese.
We've got an influx of Somalians.
But you've been quite successful stopping them, haven't you? You've been quite successful.
We've been really successful. 9 months ago when we first started, we had HMOs all over Haywood. People was attacking women, migrant women. They're not anymore. They're gone. We've been out patrolling, we've made our voices known, and people have seen us doing what we do, and the council have moved them and they won't be coming back, and as long as it stays like that we'll be fine. This farm is the next one though, the protest at Primrose Hill Farm. We will sort that one out. As soon as we start seeing anyone coming back around here, we'll be back on it again, and we'll have the biggest protest Haywood's ever seen, and we'll lock the whole of Haywood off. The police don't want it, the town centre, the council don't want it, so just please look after the women and children and don't put them here.
Good.
Do not send them back.
Well, send them back.
There's
all of them.
enough islands in the world that are uninhabited. Give them an island, let them build. You know, let them build.
Absolutely.
Just send them back.
I think the government somewhere must have heard this and thought an island was Ireland, because they're all being sent to Ireland. Ireland's full of them.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't believe France is having. I mean, every country in the world I'm seeing is struggling.
But Jamie, can I just say, you're a great encouragement to the Templars, because we used to do all this stuff in different countries, like Bulgaria had these problems. Now this has came to us. And for our American brothers watching this, it's okay Donald Trump's in and now he's doing a good job, but in a few years Donald Trump will be gone.
Yeah.
And what the Americans need to understand is what they're seeing now, the degradation of Britain and Europe, is only 10 years down the line for America, 15 years max.
Yeah. Well,
We have to take a stand.
It's very important now that we get the younger generation into church. We get the churches full.
Amen.
We get the younger generation in. I've sorted out with the local vicar. We're going to do a Freshers' Day, and I'm going to take the local antisocial behaviour youths that are struggling at the moment. I'm going to take a group of them up to church. I'm going to get them in church, and that's the way. We might have missed this generation, but the teenage generation is where I'm going to aim. Get them into church, and that's the way forward.
That is the way forward. Do as vault. God, do we say this in the temples? Do as vault. It means God wills it.
Yes.
And God wills it. And that's the secret. Jesus Christ is the only way forward.
So that's the plan, and that's the goal, and that's the way we're going to roll.
Well, Jamie, I'm going to let you go now and get on with your very important work, and we wish you from the Templars, from the Grand Priory, from the Templars all over the world who have helped to contribute to this. It's only the start. I want to thank you for your time, for your dedication. I want to wish God's blessing upon you, your men, and your whole movement. God bless you, Jamie, and we will speak to you again very, very shortly. But give us some updates.
And likewise, guys, I can't thank you enough, Jim, and the Templar brothers, and all the guys.
Ancestors.
All the ancestors. I can't thank you guys enough, but yeah.
Thanks, Jamie. God bless you, and may God keep his hand upon you this Saturday. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, wait a minute. How do I get myself back on here now? That's me. Well, there you go. That's Jamie. Good guy, solid guy. Wee guy, but he used to be a boxing guy. You see his eye on him. He's been boxing recently, I think. But a nice guy, very good guy. We met some of his other team. Very, very switched on, including a female who goes right away back to the BNP days. She knew Nick right away. I was at your demo in 2009. So it's numbnuts who don't know what they're talking about. This girl was plugged into the BNP back in the day, and she's kind of keeping them right. And Jamie's on the ball. He's been through a rough life, so he's not easily intimidated. And that's the type of people you need. And he's been very, very clever to stay away, or very wise, I should say, to stay away from the grifters and the con artists and the mad Zionists who have been saying they weren't going to help him, but they wanted him to change their name to their name and all this. But everybody talks a good game. Nobody actually puts the goods on the table than us. Only us. Everybody else says they'll do this, they'll do that. Nobody does a thing, yet they're pulling in hundreds of thousands per month. And can I just tell you, a lot of people doing these social media videos are earning 10, 20,000 a month. They do nothing other than live a lavish lifestyle with it. And that's disgusting. They make me sick. Yeah. But it's unbelievable. It's absolutely scandalous. But there we are. So Jamie's over the moon with that stuff. They need a few other bits and pieces, but hopefully this will be a trend of this starting. So, yeah, there's been a lot of stuff happening in the last couple of weeks. And, I don't normally talk about these people, but I want to show you. Oh, I'll quickly show you something which is quite funny. Because the end slate today is an Irish song. Now, it's from a different tradition. It's Irish rebellion against the British in 1916. But I think we've got to be fair. And why I'm showing you this is the end slate today is how can a nation that took on the might of the British Empire, which was the empire back then, the British Empire, the most powerful force in the world, not America, Britain, and this wee nation of a couple of million people back then took on the British Empire, yet today their country is being absolutely robbed from them before their very eyes, and nobody's doing it. I don't understand it. So that'll be the end slate today. A good old fighting song. Oh, Ro Shikavaha Willia, an old marching song for the 1600s, but they sang it a lot in the 1916 uprising as well. But anyway, moving on. Yes, talking about people making a vast fortune on social media. This is the Britain First. That's the organisation that I started. Jada used to be the vice co-leader or vice leader or something like that. What was it? What's the title? What is that title? I can't remember. But her and Paul Golding were in charge of it at one time, and Paul done the dirty and all the rest of you. That's history. We know all about that vile creature. So I don't really talk about him. But I did start this organisation. Oh, it's like I suppose it's like rearing a bad child. You regret it, but it's done now. So, but anyway, it's just turned into a massive grift, and they just keep going with this, and they're doing these street demos. But what I noticed this Saturday, the crowd out on Saturday, it wasn't anywhere as big as it looked. It was very well filmed, so it looked huge, but it was maybe 1,000 there, and about 2,500 Reds. And it's for what point? To serve what purpose? I do not know. It's just a grift for money. But what I did notice is because YouTube are letting everybody else on now, and everybody can make a few bob on YouTube. Apart from us, our stuff is so stifled on YouTube, you wouldn't believe it. We've been at 8,500 subscribers for 5 years. Can't budget. But these people could put an exciting film up and they'll put misleading headlines. Oh, massive fight, must watch, and people watch it. And they get a couple of £100. And what I noticed at this Britain First rally, and again, let me reiterate, I am not endorsing this crowd. They're a bunch of shills, crooks, grifters, no use. What I did notice was hundreds of people all filming and running about. You know, at school, when there's a fight at school, fight, when you're 9, 10, 11. Oh, it's a fight. Everybody runs about like, oh, we excited kids. Hundreds of these guys all videoing. Oh, look, they're running about like kids. And it suddenly dawned on me, out of that 1,000, there was at least 100 there who were just these grifters trying to make money on a bit of filming. And the rest of them were not interested in Britain First or whatever. They were just there for a good day out and a punch up. And that's it. They were completely distracted. And there's a lot of video footage that I'll show you maybe another time where the caliber of the people that are there. Now, people are going to be saying, "Oh, you don't slag off your own people." Let me explain this to you. These ain't my people, okay? And I would be Jada about this, and I think she's a bit more cautious than me, but I don't give a damn. I'm going to say it. These are not my people. Most of the people there was a few good people, okay? Jamie was there. There was a few good people there. Of course there is. There's everywhere. But the majority of people were, you know, you've got a kind of rough class structure. You've got the upper class, the middle class, the lower class, then the working class. And then under that, there's another class who don't work. Most of these people came from that strata of society. And when they were doing bits to camera, they hadn't a clue. They were almost illiterate, almost brain dead. And nearly all of them, here's the important thing, nearly all of them said this: we're not against immigrants, we're just against illegal immigrants. Well, 40,000 came in last year, but legal immigrants, 1.2 million. I'm against immigrants, period. I don't care. Another thing they all say, and I mean, I watched maybe 8 hours of this footage from all different sources, and one thing anybody who's interviewed was saying is, we don't mind as long as they assimilate. That's what Tommy Robinson says. That's what Nigel Farage says. That's what Rupert Lowe says. All of the so-called right wing say, we don't mind these people as long as they assimilate. Let me tell you something. When your demographics is collapsing, when you've got a demographic collapse in your country, assimilation means annihilation. You disappear. And that's why I'm showing you this thing at the end with the Irish. The Irish Rebellion of 1916 was 50 years in the making, because the Catholic Church in the 1860s seen very clearly that the Irish people were being assimilated into British English culture. So they said, we can't have this, and rightly so. So they resurrected the Irish language, the Gaelic. They then resurrected Irish games. So instead of the kids playing soccer, they would play hurley or they would play Gaelic football. In a way, it separated people, because assimilation is annihilation. You'll just be absorbed and gone. Your whole culture's gone. So the Irish were quite right doing it. And I say that as the great grandson of somebody who was kicked out of Ireland with the result of this. But I can see the point of it, and they were right. So all of these people believe in assimilation. They believe legal immigrants is okay. Even the illegals are okay if they assimilate. I don't believe in any of that. The Templars don't believe in any of that. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. I don't believe in it. Nick Griffin doesn't believe in it. Jada Franson doesn't believe in it. It is so dangerous. But I'm going to give you some clips of this thing on Saturday, and then you can see the kind of nutcases that were on the loose here. It was quite frightening. Let me see now. Let me have a look.
Come here, mate. I want it.
Take your white whore over here.
And what we see there was a couple of Muslims who got caught up in the middle of this parade. But they got out of the car and they were ready to have a fight, and then about 20 people jumped them, and everybody's cheering. Let me tell you something. I do not like Islam. I'm not very keen on Muslims. But I can assure you, if I was there and there was 20 white guys jumping a Pakistani, I would get in and try and grab that guy out of there. It's not manly. It's not Christian. It's not patriotic. It's certainly not British for 20 guys to start kicking the lumps out of one guy. I don't care if he's I don't care what. He's a Muslim. He's just a Muslim guy who lives there. 20 people kicking lumps out of him. That is not on. That's just not on. It's not cool. It's not certainly not tough. And it needs to be called out. People say, you're taking the Muslim side. And this, yes, I am. 20 guys shouldn't be kicking lumps out of a Muslim guy. No, it's not on. It could be your son, it could be your father, it could be your brother. It's not right. It's not right at all. It's not right at all. Yep. It's Miss Warnick show yesterday. Nick was on yesterday here too. I was travelling. Nick dropped me off at the airport and I had to go. So that was that nonsense. And you know, it did start well. I mean, here's a picture of it. I think what they were doing, what Britain First doing, this is how dishonest they are. They were showing pictures from the last demo, which was during the summer. It was a much bigger crowd. Sure, they were showing you these pictures, but this wasn't last week. But it's much the same kind of thing. Have a look. Here there. So that was filmed at a different demo together, so it's a wee bit dishonest right to begin with. Yeah. John Kopasaki says men do not fight when there's 21, only cowards do that. John, absolutely. And by the way, the two Muslims held their own. There was two Muslim guys, quite, you know, no kids. They actually held their own. I think if the police hadn't intervened, the two Muslims would have battered the 20. But there we are. That's what you're dealing with. So that's what was going on there. Here's another wee clip for them. But just watch how many people running about trying to film.
Yeah.
Watch them.
Being held at the moment. He's going off over here.
Get back! Get back!
Oh, he's got a bat. Oh, he's got a bat drawn out. He's just pulled the flag. He's just grabbed hold of that flag, ripped it off. He just ripped hold of that flag. Horses coming across. They're going to grab him. 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 Oh, he's having a swingers with him. He's got a helmet on, this lad. He ain't getting nowhere, mate. How's he not been nicked? How's he not been nicked yet? How's he not been nicked yet? That's what you ask yourself, haven't you? All these police. How's he not been nicked yet?
Put our fucking cameras down, let's do it.
How have they not been nicked? I don't know. I don't know. I've seen people nicked for a lot less than that.
No, you're fucking having me. No, you're fucking having me.
Uh-oh. We've got a whole load of people coming down here. These are in trouble now. They're in trouble now. They're in a lot of trouble now and he knows it. It's written all over his face. It's written all over his face at the moment. He is right in trouble and he knows it. Oh dear. Oh dear. He's been run away from his own motor. He's over here. He's over here at the moment. Yeah, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. I'm not interfering, mate. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Yeah. He's been grabbed. He's been grabbed at the moment.
So there we go. Just as Roger Madison said, mob violence, vigilantism, never a good thing. Certainly not in this kind of context. It's just silliness. But you see, they're all running about their cameras. Oh, look. Oh, look. Like we kids, like we children. These are grown men. And they're running about like 8-year-olds at school getting overexcited. I've never seen the like it in my born days. It was absolutely shocking and woeful. There's a wee bit more I'll show you. I showed you this one. Let's see now. Where is this? Absolute garbage.
They threw punches at us, They threw punches at us. You haven't done anything. You haven't done anything.
Keep moving back.
I haven't done anything.
Squaring up to me.
I'm squaring up to you. Shouldn't be throwing. I haven't done anything.
They throwing punches at him.
Gentlemen round the corner.
They was throwing punches at him.
No, I haven't.
Go around there and speak to him.
They was throwing punches at him.
Wait, get the liaison. Where's
He hasn't done anything wrong, man. He hasn't done anything wrong.
I haven't done anything.
I'm going to follow Ryan just to check.
It's no money. It's no money.
For now, this one here.
He hasn't done anything. He was throwing punches at him.
guys. Just let him come in there.
They start throwing punches. I went on camera.
We'll talk to you
I haven't done anything.
Talk to you there.
Right, well, there's no need for all this switching up, 'cause I'm not resisting, am I?
Right.
They start throwing punches.
Just because there's more of them, it doesn't mean.
Right, but I haven't done anything. Was I not defending my mate then? Why did you just let him get attacked?
They start throwing punches towards you.
Right, can you get the agent, Emma?
We're going to go.
Well, can you get Emma along there? 'Cause I haven't done anything here.
Shut the door for me, guys, and I'll be back in a minute.
I've got it on camera, Ryan, where he's throwing punches at us. I've got it on camera.
I'm always going to be a target for them. Everyone knows that.
See how the lefties start throwing punches towards us.
So that guy is actually working with the feds. He's at every demo and doing all the Sikh hail and all the rest of it. And you see the way the cops treated him, sat him in to get released, by the way, to let him go a wee bit down the street. So that guy's well known. What's his name now? I can't remember. He's got a Scottish. Can't remember his name. Ryan Summerall. But anyway, he's at it. But I mean, did you see the state of them? Even when the fight got in, I'm no averse to throwing hands, and I've threw hands in the past before, but you see the state of them doing it. They've been watching too many Rocky shows. They've been watching the boxing and the telly too much. They're all going. I think we've got a fighter in here, haven't we? We've got Big John in here. John, you see that guy squaring up? You ever seen anybody who hasn't a clue what he's doing than that fella? He's been watching Rocky Balboa too much in the telly, and he thinks he's a boxer. He was away there. Absolute nonsense. But this is the problem. And where they were, they actually went down to where the Antifa were meeting and started antagonising. Why go near them? Just don't go near them. You know there's going to be bother, but it's good content, and you make a couple $100 on YouTube. And that's what most people were there for their own purposes. Not because they're patriots, because of this. They believe in migration, no problem, as long as they integrate, as long as they assimilate. Absolute nonsense. So this is what we're dealing with groups like Britain First. They're a poison, they're a curse. And of course, the right wing now in this country has been so squeezed. You've got, who have you got? Reform, Advance, Restore. So that's the big political parties. And then you've got Tommy Robinson, and then you've got Paul Golding, and then you've got the Lotus Eaters, Cal Benjamin, Danny Tomo. My goodness, they're everywhere. And all of them are singing off the same hymn sheet, the exact same hymn sheet. It's okay if you're an immigrant, as long as you assimilate, no problem. And that's why our towns are falling apart. Okay? Michael Wells says, shouldn't have been there. How many packies does it take to gang up in one girl? Well, Michael, the Packies should have been there because he lives there. He was born there. His dad was born there. The Packies have been in there, as you call them. The Packies have been there since the 1960s. They've been there longer than most people have been alive who were there on the demo. Should they be there, period? No, they shouldn't. But Michael, we're tempers, we're decent men. You don't have a mob. There was more than 20 there. There was about 200 men all piling into two or one Pakistani. That ain't cool. And if you think that's cool, you're in the wrong organisation because we don't like that. That's not how we roll in the tempers. That's not how we roll at all. It's not cool. It's not cool. 200 men kicking about a Pakistani. No. It's not the way you do it. It's not good. It's not good at all. And we don't condone that kind of stuff. It's garbage. And I guarantee that guy probably works for a living and is paying tax because he's probably running a business like most Pakistanis do. This myth that the Pakis are all scrounging. Very few Pakistani men are on the dole. Their wives might be, but they're no. But I guarantee you, at minimum, half of that crowd waving Union Jack flags are on the dole, on the pips, on the disability living allowance, on the benefit systems of some description. So I always say this to people, before we start getting rid of the incomers, the invaders that are scrounging off our system, let's get rid of our own scroungers first, eh? Better idea. Because our people have no excuse, they should know better. They're meant to be British. So, no, absolutely not. Exactly, Ewan says, remember the code of chivalry. And, you know, a big, massive mob of 100, 200 people all try to batter a Pakistani man is not chivalric any form at all, and it's not manly. It's garbage. It's garbage behaviour. Oh, UKIP's still there as well. Well, UKIP are out at the weekend as well, sucking up with the Muslims, saying we can all live in harmony. Oh, really? It just gets worse. Anyway, that's enough of them. So, on a positive note, the young policewoman who's of ethnic descent came upon a thing in London the other day. There was a a couple of street preachers preaching the gospel in London. And these Pakistanis said to the police, get him out of here. This is our area. And for once, thank you, Lord, for once, a British police officer said, no, if you don't like it, move on. The guy's got every right to preach. And she's an ethnic. I think you might think differently. But have a wee look at him. Tell me what you think. If there was only more policemen like this, or policewomen like this.
Going fully against another religion.
Even say there's a we don't have control.
And this is Islam, this is Whitechapel, Bengali area also. Muslim area.
He's offending our prophet. No, I understand. I understand that you guys don't want to hear it. I would recommend that you just move away and don't listen to him.
Well, you can't do that. Yeah, but we live here.
You're going to stand here and
excuse me, we live here. So if we came outside,
you're not in his. He's not in your home.
No, by the end of the day, this is our community.
No, I hear you.
So there we go. I don't think she was an ethnic. I don't know why I thought she was. But anyway, great. Actually telling them all for the first time, look, you don't need to listen to it. Move on. You don't have to listen to it. But normally what happens is the preachers are told to stop or arrested, or told to stop and arrested. Do you remember with the policewoman on some foreign woman, Eastern European, telling the preacher, you cannot preach in the street, you need permission from the church. You need permission from the church to preach in the street, really? Don't know what country she comes from, but anyway, certainly not British. But there you go. Thank goodness there's at least one sensible police person who is a wee bit sensible. Did I show this one? Yeah. So that was good to see that. Very good to see it. Now, last week, you remember, Tommy Robinson made an appeal. Now we know, listen, Americans need to write to their congressman. Tommy Robinson is a convicted felon. He's got convictions for fraud, deception, violence. He's also got convictions for entering America on a false passport. Yet last week, he popped up in the USA. How can that be? How can that be? How can that be? Most of us can't even get to America. Tommy's in with all those felonies, well documented. He's in America. How can that be? So I think some of our American friends maybe need to write to their congressman and say, how did this guy get in? He's a felon. So how can that be? It's crazy stuff. But I'll tell you how it can be. Now it all makes sense. 2 weeks ago, Tommy came out publicly and said, I've had a warning from the police that ISIS are trying to kill me and I have to flee. Please send me some money. And it was pitiful because on his page, there was people saying, I've only got £20 left because I'm poor, but I've sent you half of it. One woman says, I've only got £40 to look after my kids, but I've sent you 20, half of it, because you need to protect yourself. This is a multimillionaire. This is a guy who has literally got millions upon millions of pounds. And 5 days later, where is Tommy? Hiding in a cave from these threats? No, he's in a £1,000 a night hotel in America, eating steak and caviar. Here he is.
It's the rib cap. Basically, it's the best part of the cow. It's the rib eye. It's the juiciest part. And then I'm not an expert on how they do it, but basically they cut a steak out from the rib eye, so it's just the best part of the tenderloin.
We're on the way to MGM Hotel to meet Tim Pool. We spent today at Tim Pool Studios. I've done an interview, a 2-hour interview. It goes out at 8 p.m. tonight. So we've done that. Now we're going to get Tim to sit down with us where I can hear his life story. Hear how he started, how he got involved in journalism, how he got involved in politics, his views on the world, his views on growing up, what he sees for the future of America, what he sees for Britain, just so I can sit down and ask him lots of questions for you, the audience at home, so you understand the backstory for who these people are. I always look at people whenever I see presenters and think, what's their backstory? How did they get there? What drove them there? Why is it become their passion? And Tim, I can remember Tim when I first started out, or when he was first starting out, when he went solo, I guess it was. And to see him now with 35 staff, to see his studios and what he's built, he's a great success story. So, and here's the massive bonus. We were going to be getting a McDonald's, weren't we? Because I was going to have to get dinner. But Tim has offered to take us to a steakhouse. It's one of the best steakhouse. Wagyu beef, Wagyu steak. I will upload my pictures of my steak. He said he went there and it cost him $1,000. So I'll be ordering the best steak on the menu, Tim. Thank you very much, sir. I'm excited. So that's where we're going. I'm not going to have a gamble. I'm going to make sure of that and all. Just going to literally go here, get our podcast done. It is 6:45 in the evening. Again, lots of great content today. Lots of great content. What else we got coming up? No, I won't tell you what's coming up. You'll see. We are in a restaurant which is called Voltaggio Brothers, which are two famous brothers. So this is the MGM Grand in Washington, D.C. The steak that he just gave us a price for was how much? $250 a steak. So I'm expecting a blowjob off this steak. No, so
to be honest,
I'm intrigued.
With how good the steak is, they might expect it from you.
So yeah, I'm excited. You know how I love my food, and Tim's ordered caviar for the table. I've never had caviar, so
We only got a little one.
yeah, that's good.
I didn't get a big
No,
one.
I just have a little taste.
Yeah, everybody's basically gonna get like one small taste. But
And I don't really
it's
taste
good.
other food that I don't have. I don't eat vegetables. I'm pretty basic. Okay.
So this is a spoon made of bone.
Made of what?
Bone.
Bone from what?
I don't know what animal,
Okay.
but it's to prevent a chemical reaction with the caviar and the metal. So you take a little bit here, as much as you want. I don't know. I'm kind of doing a lot,
Yep.
right? And then I'm gonna grab a decent amount of some creme fraiche.
That's cream.
That's cream. Yep.
Okay. What's this?
Shallots.
What's shallots? What's a shallot?
They're like little onions.
Oh, okay.
I love the little onions. Just drop them on top. And then we take some chives, sprinkle them on.
What's this egg?
That's a deviled egg, which it's also good with, and then you just eat it.
You're supposed to just put the egg yolk on it?
Yeah, I'm having egg, mate. I'll have one of these, though. Right, let me tell you what I think of this. It's good. Now, I'm going to start doing a food review page, because at least I'll get that monetised, yeah? Because I can't get no shit monetised, man. And I hate it when I start looking at my views. I've had 8 million views this month. Yeah?
Wow.
On YouTube. 8 million views this month. Right?
You should be getting a lot of money.
How much should I be getting for that? This is going to hurt.
8 million should probably bring you in like 40K.
Oh, fuck you, YouTube, man. Fuck you. You know what I mean? I'll be eating caviar every day. It's such a piss take, isn't it? Well, I might not, because I probably won't like it. I'd probably rather potato skins with cheese and bacon.
If you don't like it more for me,
Chicken
I will.
nuggets, yeah. Right.
Did you put all the fixings on it or no?
You got most of it. I don't know if you got
Here, look at that. Deviled egg with caviar.
Fruit sauce. What are you getting?
What am I getting? It tastes like cream.
Yeah, I'll get cream.
Well, I just had all I could taste was cream. So I'm going to just have some caviar instead, because I don't actually get what we're tasting. And I was just tasting this.
It's very light. That's why I was
Let me taste it. Let me taste it again with just. This is $225. Crazy, really. Right, here we go. Let me taste that.
The reason is it's very hard to get this specific kind of egg.
I'm just tasting the crisp.
I'm telling you, it's a very light, oily fish flavor. You don't really notice that much.
No, but if you don't notice the taste of it, then why are you paying 225 quid? Fucking mental, isn't it?
But this is exactly what I said. If it was $30, I get it all the time. It's a great snack.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really worth.
Really, this is just for someone to take a photo of that and put it on their Instagram. Isn't it? Tim, explain what's special about this.
So, it's the rib cap. Basically, it's the best part of the cow. It's the rib eye. It's the juiciest part. And then they.
Oh man,
I'm not an expert on how they do it, but basically they cut a steak out from the rib eye, so it's just the best part of the tenderloin. And it's
flavour.
It's expensive.
Bon appetit.
That's £225. This is that's 225 quid. Thanks, Tim.
No problem.
Thanks, Dad. Caviar, bullshit. My conclusion is I'm very grateful Tim just treated us to a wonderful steak, one of the best steaks I've ever had in my life. It is, what's the time here? It's 11 p.m. I got up this morning at 3:30. I'm shattered. It's been a long day, a good day. I enjoyed my interview on Tim's show. Seems to be received well. And I enjoyed my sit down with Tim for you to hear who he is. I didn't know a lot of his story, so it's fascinating to hear his background, his qualifications, because I didn't realise he's actually really been there and built his way and done it as a journalist. So lots of commentators come along without that history or without that skill set and create it. But yeah, interesting, man, but I'm exhausted now, so we're going up to pack the cameras up. The lads have gone to the casino. We're going back to bed. Ready for tomorrow.
going back to bed. Yeah, probably no zone, probably some den of hookers somewhere with a couple of lines of the marching powder. But does that not just make you sick? Do you hear the language? And this is Tommy, the devout Christian, effing blinding and saying sexual things about steak. I mean, it's something else. And the guy's got no shame. But if he was monetized on YouTube, he'd be earning 40 grand a month on YouTube. He's pulling in 300-400 grand, so I don't think he needs it. But you see what I mean? He's a multi-millionaire. Somebody told me, I don't know if it's true, somebody dropped him 6 million quid in crypto a couple of weeks ago, and he's still bitching about 40 grand a month on YouTube. But that just shows you, when you look at all of these YouTube stars, this is what the right wing's turned into now. It's not real. It's turned into just a massive money-making business. These people aren't real. If there was no money, you wouldn't see any of them. Back in the day, you know, you go back 10, 15 years, there was Nick Griffin and the BNP in Britain. That was it. That was the only right-wing party in Britain. It was BNP, run by Nick Griffin, no money in it. I got involved in it, got them a bit of money and so on and so forth, but there was no money in it at all. But now there's hundreds of people on YouTube creating content every day, right-wing politics, and half of them don't know anything about it. They don't want to know. It's just a grift for money. It's just a grift for money. I don't know who Tim Pool is. Does any of you Americans tell me who Tim Pool is? I don't know who he is. And he's scum anyway. He's sitting in a fancy restaurant with his hat on. He's sitting at dinner with his hat on. I mean, Sammy, pull the thing out. My things went again. I need to just fix my camera. Hold on. I don't know the MGM in Washington, but it can't be that fancy. Wait a minute. It's not come back on. Oh, it's maybe come on a minute. Come on a minute. The MGM in Washington can't be that fancy, because if you walked into any good quality restaurant in Britain, not just necessarily London, and you were sitting with your hat on, you would be told by the waiter, take your hat off, sir, if you don't mind. What's happened here? My camera's not come back on. Oh, it's back on now. What kind of restaurant allows somebody to sit? It's off again. It must be that wire. Going again. It must be that wire's loose again. So I think we've identified it. It's on now. Just leave it. Let's just hope for the best. But what kind of restaurant allows you to sit with your hat on? What? Is this an American thing? I don't think so. Dunsahan says, after his initial fame and complaining about out of jail and suddenly Tommy Bernard. Exactly. Yep. So I don't know who this guy is. This Tim Pool. Who is he? I don't know. Don't know who he is. Michael Wells. Tim Pool. Thanks, Michael. Tim Pool's the political commentary who has too much money. Yeah, but I mean, political. Everybody's doing it. Mauser, Towsey, that guy used to on GB News, the homosexual guy, him. They're all doing it. Dan Wooten. They're all doing it. They're all at it. Everybody's at it. In America, they're all at it. But that shows you the type of money these guys are pulling in. Have they backed somebody like Jamie that we backed here in that patrolling that very, very poor working class area where nobody wants to help them, where the council are against them, the MPs are against them, the police are against them, the churches are against them? Imagine what 40,000 would do to that wee group. Now, we've raised a few thousand for them in their kit and all the rest of it. But imagine how many groups Tommy could help with. Tommy could easily put 200 grand a month into England to help the people. Easily 200 grand a month. Easily, minimum. They wouldn't even notice it. Why are they not doing it? Because they're not patriots. They're criminals. They're not Christians. They're con artists. They're the Benny Hinn or the Kenneth Copeland of the patriot world. These people are con artists, so be very careful with them. Don't have anything to do with them. And be careful with these websites. I've even seen it on your Discord. I meant to speak to some of your moderators about that. There's a lot of things, stupid stuff going up in your Discord. Sensationalist stuff from mad YouTube channels. These are clickbait. They're not real. The amount of stuff I've got to delete is unbelievable. It's clickbait. It's not real. I always say to people, before you post anything, go and look into who they are, who's behind it, who's running this, who's behind it. And that'll give you an idea. But it's all clickbait, all for money, and it's disgraceful behaviour. Truly, truly disgraceful. Anyway, there was a young French patriot was killed in France a week there with the Antifa mob. Well, it's really stirred people up, and we've got a lot of good contacts in France, as you know, the Deuce Vault lads. So anyway, here's a load of them all outside the Antifa offices the other day in France. Have a wee look at this. So there you go. They're really bit off more than they can chew. But hardly anything said about it. Nothing said about it. Media, silent. In fact, a politician in France said something about it. He was told to shut up. They had to apologise. Unbelievable. Let's see now. Tim got famous as an independent journalist going on and showing what was happening. He and his friend also got damaged. Put down a police drone and fixed it. Reporting from the air. All right. Yeah. So who he is? I don't know who he is. But another grifter. I take it he's supported purely by donations, by people giving him money. What level of disrespect has he got? Taking people to a £1,000 a night hotel, buying steak, 250 quid each, eating caviar. Let me tell you something. Me and Mr. Griffin went to see Jamie and the boys the other day there. We stayed in a pub with rooms above it. Wait a minute. Here. I'm live here. We stayed in a pub with rooms above it. Okay? And with a pub lunch menu. That's it. That was it. And we shared the room. We didn't even have a room each. We had a twin room. Okay? That's how we spend your money. Twin room in a pub with rooms above it. Cheapest chips. Because it's your money. It's not my money. It's not Mr. Griffin's money. It's no Marion's money or Sammy's money. It's your money. So anything we do, we've got to justify it. And if I couldn't think of staying in a fancy 5-star hotel and eating steaks and caviar with your money. No way, I couldn't do it. And, people are in here who know me. Sammy, cable again. She's getting ridiculous. Anyway, I don't think it's that. I think it's the cable down there. But we'll see. It'll go again. Don't worry, you can still hear me anyway. It's absolutely despicable what these people are doing. And people should be warned. That's it. Must be like cables. There's a loose cable, so we'll fix it. But this is despicable. Despicable. I'm not saying this out of any jealousy. I'm not jealous in the slightest. I would be mortified. And if I couldn't get booked into any cheap hotel the other day, me and Mr. Griffin, as I say, we shared the room, a really, really small room, far too small for comfort, to be honest with you. But anyway, if we could have only get booked into a 5-star place, there was no place open, I would have probably paid the bill out of my own pocket because I'd have been too affronted, ashamed to try and lay that bill on you guys. Because you work for a living, like me, everybody else. We all work for a living. There's no way I can say, listen, lads, I couldn't get in any cheap hotel, so I had to spend $1,000 staying to go and see Jamie. No way. No way. I'd have slept in Jamie's couch. I would have. I'd have slept. It's no me. And people sometimes say, that Dowson's very tight. I'm not tight at all. I'm not tight when it comes to me personally, my family, with my own money, which I don't really have. But no way on earth would I be living like that and eating like that with your money. I just don't get it. These people are the dregs of society. I can't stand them. Don't like them at all. Anyway, let me show you one last thing. This is why I like the Irish. Here's a wee Irishman in London. Now, he's about my age. And he's getting a beef with some big Syrian immigrant, and a wee bit of punch-up starts. So here's how the old boy does. God bless the Irish.
Hold it down, guys. Hold it down, guys. You got to stop, man. You got to stop, mate.
Stop it, guys, man.
We'll see it again. The old boy done all right. The old boy's in the grey, of course. Let's have a look at it again. He done all right, didn't he? I mean, he's a man my age. Remember, our age. I mean, come on. You know, we're way past the fighting stage. But have a look at him. He's done all right.
Hold it down, guys. Hold it down, guys. Hold it down, guys. You got to stop, man. You got to stop, mate.
Stop it, guys, man.
Remember, they don't call them the fighting Irish for nothing. The Irish are mad. They will go for you. Doesn't matter if they're 16 or 60, they'll go for you. If you start messing with them, they will punch you in the face. And that's what I like about the Irish. They're good guys. They're excellent. Anyway, sorry, we're running over time here, but I forgot to show you the other film. This is the renovation, the wiring. You wait to see it. I need to show you because you'll never believe this. Have a look at this. I forgot to show you this.
Electricity, and yesterday we had 2 plumbers, we had 3 electricians. We've got a lot going on, but the plumbers are off there now. George is off today because too many people banging on each other. So we've got the electricians in at the moment. We come and see. You can see a lot of the cables. Get in here now. Lots of cables. Get in. Down on the floor as well. Just give you a quick tour of this. You see some of the pipes
The cables dangling here. Masses of cables. We'll see if we can get in this way there. You see we've got the cables and the plumbing. There's more cables everywhere. It's a massive job, this, massive. And there's the cables that's been ripped out. That's the cables that's been ripped out. Thank goodness. Sadly, a lot of them were done about 2 or 3 years ago, but because we don't know where they went now, we've got to rip them out. It's a wee bit of double handling. But anyway, you can see the box here. I mean, look at the sheer scale of the cables that's coming through here. It's incredible, isn't it? Take up the stairs, Joey, it's madness. It's a massive job, actually. You don't realise rewiring a house from scratch is so big. I see there's cables dangling everywhere. Dangling everywhere. You can see here. All the floorboards up. Pipes, cables. Again, more pipes, more cables. It just shows you how dependent we are now these days on electricity. It's quite incredible amount of cables in here. Never believed it. Never believed it. I suppose it's a thing we don't think much, is it? Cables in, you don't worry about them. But look, cables coming down everywhere. Everywhere. Here. We'll see if we can get in here, eh? Yep. You see the floors up here with the cables? That's a big heavy shower cable coming through here. I'll try and get in here. There's the heavy power cables. Look at the thickness of that nowadays with modern safety rules. Huge cables have to get in for showers. We've got a loft up there. There's a... What's going up there, I'll take you out a bit. What's going up in the loft there is a 50 or a 75 litre immerser heater just to power the ensuite taps, and that saves us putting in some weird, very expensive boiler system. We'll have a boiler doing the heating, but these taps are just running off a immerser there. Saves us a lot of money, saves us about like 6 grand. So, follow me. There's a good example there, Sammy. I mean, just look at this. Look at the cables running here. All going into different rooms. It's madness, isn't it? It's quite mad, but there we go. That'll do me in a couple of days. These boys are really quick. I'm just back from England. I was away in England seeing the Christian Defence Patrol boys. I was away there yesterday. I'm just back today and I've come back to this. I mean, stand here and look at you can film it up when you see. I mean, every single rafter has got to be drilled. Do you see that? Every rafter's drilled rather than checked out. If you do it the easy way, check them out, but you weaken the rafters. Putting holes in them is better. So these boys have done it. These boys are high class, very good quality boys. So they've drilled through the rafters rather than check them, because that really weakens them. But you can look how many they've had to do. So there's how many holes in one rafter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So each rafter's had to get 14 holes drilled in it, in every room. Can you imagine it? It's no easy job. But these boys are on the ball. There's electricians and there's electricians, but these boys are really good. I thought they were out for their lunch there. They're not there listening to me. Again, getting ready with the big cables in. Cables boxed off this window. Just ready to get the showers fitted. Probably this room will manage to get ready for Mitch and Sherry. Put in here. We're just filming and we're just in a wee bit. Don't worry, you carry on. I'm just poking the camera about So, in here, we left these side bits open so the boys could run the cables down the sides, which they've done. We've got the ceiling cables in, they've got all the cables in for the sockets. In this room there'll be 4 sockets, each corner basically 4 sockets. Same with the other room, 4 sockets. I see a big pile of cables down the stair there. Is that the ones you trip out?
That's the ones they ripped out.
Boys are dear. That's the ones you put in about, what, 4 years ago?
So absolutely. I was trying to work out what was pulled out and what wasn't pulled out, and that's everything they've pulled out.
What were all they in for?
All the lighting and stuff up here, and then all the whole stirred landing lights. There was 3 cores on for smoke alarms, and fucking they ripped every one on out.
Aye.
To get that on, so that's the all has to be redone.
What were the smoke alarms we need to put them back in?
I have them all back in.
Are you going back in?
We're in and all.
See what the boys know the score here. We're going to get, is it smoke alarms and any fire alarms?
No, the smoke alarm is your smoke alarms, and then you'll get emergency lighting down your hole. So
and emergency lighting, because you guys coming here, you don't know where you're going. So we need emergency light in case there's a problem, and then you can get yourself out or jump out a window or something. But you need that, don't you, nowadays?
Yeah.
Especially a house this size.
Health and safety.
Health and safety, see. That's the world we live in, health and safety. Anyway, that's good, but you can see the wires and they carry on in here. It's been very intense. So I'll show you that pile that the boys had to pull out. I'll show you that again. Okay, so it's no bad planning. It's just 4 years ago we were still working in this house, and we had to get it sort of wired just to make it functionable at the time. But because of that, there's been a lot of double handling. So, for example, all of these cables that are in for different things, they've had to pull them out and start again. Not that big a job, but a couple of days work that we didn't really need to do. But at the time we had to do it just to keep us functioning. So now it's been redone and redone properly. Smoke alarm, fire alarm, emergency lighting. These are things that I never personally considered. But you need emergency lighting, especially in a house this size. It's not a domestic house. Strangers coming here all the time. No strangers, they're people. But you don't know the house. So if there's a problem, you need emergency lighting on so it can guide you safely down the house. There'll be fire doors on every single door in this building, and that's not legal requirements. It's only when doors open up into hallways, but we're going to put fire doors in every single room. Every single door in the building will be a fire door, because you're important to us, and we want to make sure you're safe when you're here, because there's a lot of open fires here. There's 6 fires in this house, 6 real fires. So with that, we just have to make sure every angle's covered for safety reasons. It's a bit more expensive, of course it is, but better that than somebody dead, and there's no price on that. So we're doing it the right way, and once it's done, it's done. But isn't that amazing amount of wires? You wouldn't believe it, would you? Do you believe it, Sammy? No. It's incredible. Anyway, so today I'm going to show you this wee film, and I'll give you an update about the boys in Manchester. It was a very interesting journey. I've got to say, I went to the airport yesterday, and it was like Spot the White Man. Everybody had burkers and whatnot, and men had all the bed sheets on. But I worked in that town 40 years ago. 40 years ago I worked in that town, and the Muslims dressed like us. The women, the men, they just look like us, bar brown. Now they've all went very extreme, and they're all wearing their national stuff, their dresses and their burqas and all that. It was quite off-putting, quite terrifying. And again, we made such a wise decision not to put our European Priory in England, to put it here. It's much safer here, because those towns, and I just tell you, yesterday I drove into Rochdale, and in the distance I said to Nick, what on earth is that? It was like the Hagia Sophia, this enormous church just grown out this big town. It was gigantic. And a big green dome and all the minarets, a big massive mosque in the middle of Rochdale, and it dwarfs the whole town. And it's a big town, it's a town of a couple 100,000 people, but the mosque is so enormous you wouldn't believe it. So thank God, and I mean that, thank God that I live here in Northern Ireland, and let's try and fight that our country's America and the rest of this part of Europe stays free for such abominations. So I'll catch up with you later. God bless you all. Remember, stick close to God, you won't go far wrong. Do's vol. Sorry folks, I should have showed you that at the beginning. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. It's incredible the amount of wires in the building, isn't it? I've never seen anything like it. So these guys are going to be in here about 2 weeks doing this. Massive, massive, massive job, but you're starting from scratch. You don't notice it when you buy a house, because it's already done, or you're constructing a house. It's all getting done, you're not really there seeing it. But when the house is done, you see it all going in, and the amount of work. But these guys are the best in the business doing it right. So just wait to get the bill. Wait till we get the invoice. But anyway, we're doing all right. So God bless you all. I'm going to leave you with this. This is an Irish rebel song. Yes, hello, I'm an Ulster loyalist. This is an Irish rebel song that dates away back to the 1640s. Marching song of Roe O'Neill. And his people, when they had because Ireland's always had wars of some description or other. So this goes back to then, but this particular clip is from the 1920s when they were fighting with the English in Ireland. So there we are. So I'll leave you with this. God bless you all. I'll see you again. I'll be back on Sunday. The good Lord preserves me with the Sunday service from the church. And I hope you join me there in the Magdalene Chapel. God bless each and every one of you. And remember, until we meet again, stick close to God. You won't go far wrong. Do's Vault.
Als die guys go,